Have you ever felt invisible to the person who should love you the most? My father did everything for my sister, and I was left in the shadows. From the start, he always favored her. The family noticed, even pointed it out, and he admitted it. His excuse? She looked just like our late mother, and he couldn't help but spoil her. My sister knew exactly how to use it. Whenever she wanted something, she'd say, "Please, Dad," and he'd buy it for her. But if I asked for something, his first question was always, "What have you done to deserve it?" If I couldn't think of a good reason, I didn't get it. When she did something wrong, she'd cry, and Dad would forgive her right away. If I messed up, the punishment was harsh. No excuses. He'd leave work to pick her up from school for a paper cut. But if I was sick, he'd tell me to tough it out. I tried everything to earn his attention. Good grades, acting out, even pretending to share his hobbies. But nothing worked. The day I gave up was when I realized how little I meant to him. I was turning 15, and we had planned a birthday trip to an arcade 2 hours away. The day before, my sister caught a cold, and my dad decided we had to cancel the trip. I begged him to leave her with our grandparents, but he refused. He told me to call my friends and cancel while he went to call my uncle. I left, went to my room, and cried. After an hour of tears, my uncle called. "Don't worry," he said. "We'll still go." I had an amazing time and didn't even think about my dad and sister. When I came back and saw my sister eyeing my prizes, I said no. They were from my birthday trip. My dad told me I should give her one. I snapped. "You know what would be nice? If you didn't cancel my birthday trip because of her runny nose." He called me selfish, saying her health was more important. And if I were a good big brother, I'd share. I didn't give her anything. That was the moment I gave up on my father. I started focusing on people who cared about me. My dad either didn't notice or didn't care. As long as my sister was there, he was happy. His interest in me only resurfaced when it would make him look better in front of others. During senior year, my school band had an awards ceremony. I didn't ask my dad to come. I invited my aunt and uncle instead. He didn't notice until he saw the family photos on Facebook, and then he confronted me. "Why didn't you tell me? I would have loved to be there." I replied, "You never showed up to any of my events, so why would I expect you to start now?" Later, I found out that my dad had called my uncle, furious that he took his place, but my uncle told him the same thing. For a brief moment, it seemed like he cared, but then my sister won a sports award, and I was forgotten again. I left for college, built my own life, and saw my dad occasionally. Our relationship never improved. One day, my dad's worst fear came true. My sister moved across the state to be with her boyfriend. My dad cried to anyone who would listen, complaining about being alone. His obsession with my sister had pushed everyone away, including me. He showed up at my door, wanting to talk, wanting to fix our relationship. He apologized, saying he didn't mean to treat me poorly and that he missed our mother so much. He just clung to my sister because she reminded him of her. That's when I snapped. "I'm your child too. I'm just like Mom." He didn't even acknowledge me as his child. He tried to backtrack, but I had no interest in hearing it. I told him I didn't want a relationship with him. He still tries occasionally to get involved in my life, but I keep him at a distance. It's too late to fix everything he broke. If you've ever dealt with favoritism or felt overlooked by someone you love, drop a comment below. Let me know your story, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more real stories. Share this video if you think someone needs to hear it.